Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another roster breakdown. This time it's going to be NeverBurn. I'm joined today, obviously, by TJ. How you doing, my friend?
Feeling good, mate. I am feeling good. We're nearly through it. This is Team 7 of 8.
We've got one more team after this. This is
smashing
crazy.
Through these roster breakdowns.
Right, so, NeverBurn. What can be said about this team? NeverBurn, believe it or not, is a tremendous force within the Tier 3 scene. Or Tier 3 of Paladins competitive play. NeverBurn have, again, they're one of those teams that are constantly in tournaments. They're constantly scrimming. They're constantly doing ins and outs of all around the scene. And you know what? They promote themselves really well as well. I was quite impressed with that. They've even got a little Twitter going on. I'm really happy with that. So, quick history in the competitive scene about NeverBurn. They've actually been in a lot of the ESLs. I do believe last week they came in. They lost in the semi-finals, then went down into the fourth place match. They've lost to Carrot Judgment, if I recall.
As I just bring up that little bracket.
Carrot Judgment?
The semi-final matchup against Carrot Judgment, they lost, and it was against Eden in the third place playoff.
So wow, Eden. Who was the top two then?
Top two was Heartbreakers versus Carrot Judgment in the final.
Yeah, so Carrot Judgment, again, like I said, in the last video, doing well. But NeverBurn are definitely one of these teams that, in my predictions, I went quite high with them. I think NeverBurn are one of those teams that, quite frankly, have a lot to show. They really do. As a roster, this is very, very strong. Right, let's actually... I've closed my thing. Right, we're going to... you've got it up. Right, we'll go over the roster. Who's on the roster? Go.
Okay, so your two, main tank is Position Freak, with a Sexy Duck as off tank. Your two DPSs are Dishon and Pro Rock. That's it. Who's also team captain as well. Yeah. And then their support is Me, It's Jamie. Two
Melts
subs
Jamie.
are Melts Jamie. Yeah. Is that an L? Yeah, that's an L. Sorry. Wow, I need glasses. You can tell. Their two subs are I Quite Like a Duck and Matusak.
That's a strong roster.
Returning player. Yeah, and the returning player is I Quite Like a Duck.
Yeah, that is Leviathan, wasn't he? That is a incredible roster, okay? I'm just going to go in and say this. I think they're making playoffs before leading it into that section. But had a great history. It was a newly formed team. They haven't been around that long. But they've been around a couple of months, and they're very stable, haven't made many roster changes. They brought on Matu as a sub. Matusak, a young lad, very eager to prove himself in the scene, and an incredible hit scan player. And Flex, he can play everything. He's, at that age, I think he's 14 or 13, and he's that good.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't have... He needs someone to guide him so he can become that next big thing, right? He's been heralded as the next Phoenix from Na'Vi, right? Yeah. Now Phoenix was classed as one of the best players, if not the best player in the entire world back then. As of last year, 2018. But if he has somebody to guide him and show him the ropes, this is how you behave, because he does rage a lot. You see, he rages on stream a lot, but his talent and skill is second to none. You can't deny that. His Androxus play, oh my god. And putting him on a Cassie or freaking Leon, was it just felt like you're watching a horror show. He would walk around he's just tapping on heads.
Yeah. You get players like that. You watch the gameplay. And you're just there this can't. You can't do this, mate.
And I'm
it's just morally wrong. Of what you are doing.
And I think I was watching his stream not so long ago. It was about last week. Because he does a lot of streaming as well. And I'm like, why can't I play like this? I've got, I'm getting old. It's reaction time.
14 years old, 13, 14. He's playing like that. You're like, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. So we got to talk about the rest of the team. So Melts Jamie, he's been around the scene for a while. Didn't know he played support though. I thought he was a tank player. I legit thought he was a tank player. But him on support, not a bad choice. So who else we got in there?
Their other DPS you got Dishon and Pro Rock.
Pro Rock, yeah. Both good DPS players. In fact, they're very good DPS players. I think we're going to segue into our hopes for season 2. I hope, not predictions, I hope they make the playoffs. I think if they keep their noggin down, don't cause too much of a fuss, and don't tilt each other, this is definitely a playoff team. I think NeverBurn are that strong. They are mega strong. Like, when they play and they try hard, oh my god. It's like one of them, unstoppable object versus immovable object. It's like, what's going to happen? And I'm looking forward to seeing them fight off against the likes of Carrot Judgment, because I know these two have clashed in the past, and it's gone either way. Carrot Judgment, again, we know they have beaten Eden in the past. 2 weeks ago in ESL, actually. And we see the likes of then NeverBurn picking up wins against these teams. So, like, that's your top 3. Carrot Judgment, Eden, NeverBurn. Like, that's crazy. So, I reckon they're going to make playoffs. I think for my player that I'm going to say is the Duck. I'm going to go with the Duck. Who are you going to go on this team with?
I'll say NeverBurn have got. There's only 2 players in this entire league that are based on ducks, and both of them are in NeverBurn.
Yeah.
The sexy duck, and I quite like a duck.
Just for the memes, you're going with a duck.
Yeah. I mean, one of my mates that his PSN account logo is a duck, and if he ever sends hate mail, it's not the fact I'm sending hate mail to people that gets them annoyed. It's the fact when they open a message, they just see a massive picture of a duck yelling at them for this, and it's psychological warfare.
Brilliant.
I just think that's fantastic. But yeah, it's like you've got solid players that form this roster, and then they get immediate results. As you say, the rosters. This roster's not been around that long, but already, quarterfinals at a minimum. They when they were eliminated in the quarterfinals, they were eliminated by the team that went on to win the whole thing. Semi-finals performances, played against Carrot Judgment, played against Eden as well, and having good showings against them. So, like, this is just a strong roster. But as you say, you have to think about mentality here. That's probably what's gonna. I don't know if that could be an interesting factor. If players have got a habit of tilting and how that actually impacts the overall team dynamic, that's something we're going to have to watch out for, I'm afraid. But if they keep it cool, if they play well, if Matasak, is really this,
I'd like to see him play. I hope that they give him a chance for him to come into and give him a couple of games in the league. I think that'd be nice. I think that'd be invaluable experience for him.
Yeah.
And like the Ducks or Duck, he is. I know some of them trolly, some of them a bit memey, but I think if they put their heads down, I think this is going to go well for him. I personally
when
think
you look past the memes, when you look past the trolling,
if they stop all that and realise that's not going to get us anywhere, and then they put their heads down, this is a massive team. This team, let's move 6 months down the line if they stay together, right? 6 months down the line with this team's experience, with this team's knowledge, and then that's a wealth of experience and knowledge on that team combined. And you 6 months down the line, look what this team can do. Now, bearing in mind, teams come in and you have tremendous results. Like for the first couple of months, you have, oh my god, this game's crazy. Then you hit this stagnant stage, where you start losing, and you don't know what's going wrong, and people are blaming each other, and and it goes messy. And then you have one good night, and everybody's like, oh, maybe it was just our mentality. And then they start getting results again, and we see it time after time after time. And I'm just hoping this doesn't happen to this team. I think this team, in my eyes, I think this is definitely a playoff team. If they get their noggin right, I think this actually could be a top. This is a finalist team. They make playoffs. They go to the grand finals. Do they beat it? This could go. I will just say in this video right now, my top 4 who I think are going to make, the top 4 teams that I think could make grand finals. Right? NeverBurn, Eden, Carrot Judgment. And then, even though I said Essential Gaming are last, and I've been thinking about this a lot, right? I have. if
Not been influenced by my decision.
no,
or my choice.
if Essential Gaming get their act together, them. But that could. If not, I think it's gonna be either Brutal Fisher or Infected Dragons in the 4th place.
Yeah.
So
As I say, my top 4 is near to exactly the same. Eden, Character Judgment, NeverBurn, and then I also have Essential there. But if you watch the last video, you know that I just throw it all out and say, yeah, they're getting 4th.
you said they go to it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So to try and wrap this up, I'm gonna throw it to you. Do NeverBurn, or let's ask the actual correct question, Jamie. Can NeverBurn win it all?
I think NeverBurn as a team, if they start off strong and then get even stronger, I say if their mentality gets even better and they back it up with performances, you know, and it's just literally like week 1 you start here and then you just like grow up completely like that. Yes, they could do it. They could go and win the whole thing, but it's not going to be difficult.
Just like if you remember,
it's not going to be easy.
Yeah,
it's not going to be.
It's not going to be difficult. No. They haven't got any good like teams playing against them. They haven't got Eden. They haven't got Character Judgment, Infected Dragons, or any of these other teams. You know, it's easy. They're just going to wipe them all, right? Yeah, totally. So if you remember when we were discussing this, when we heard the news of Fate disbanding, rip QQ, Wuffy got really excited about NeverBurn. Like really freaking like mega excited about this team, and he was like, no,
Wuffy is already a guy that hypes up a lot of things, and when the guy who hypes up a lot of things is even more hyped, like
he was off the chain about NeverBurn. Like, he goes, no, we've got to have NeverBurn, blah 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 blah. I've already contacted him. Like before we even voted on it, I've already contacted him. I was like, okay, and then everybody just sort of agreed anyway because this time
you look into the team.
Yeah, at this time I was going through ESL pages. I was looking at the history of the teams, and they were very active. They did fit all the criteria. And then when the vote came, everybody was like, yes. And I was like, well, that was pointless. That was the easiest meeting I've ever done. You know, it was straight yes. And NeverBurn came in, and in fact, it was an overwhelming yes, wasn't it? Everybody said yeah because this team. And I think I was the only person out of everybody that said, wait, who are these guys again? I didn't even know they existed. You know, I'm supposed to be the godfather of Paladins. The encyclopedia. I didn't even know these guys existed until like freaking Wuffy was like, no, this team's good. Yeah, look, Jay, NeverBurn. I was like, all right, Wuffy, calm down. You know, take a breath. We get it, NeverBurn. So, my final thoughts. You give me yours. My final thoughts. I'll ask the same question. Can they win it? No. I don't think. Right now, Eden just again won another tournament. That's another tournament. Yeah. Like they are the ESL League champions. They are the champions of this next tournament as well. Like
Paladins Challenge. They literally just won. Like as we're recording.
Yeah, as we're recording this, they've just gone and won Paladins Challenge. You know. Like, these are the teams that you can tell the main teams, can't you? They're really putting in the effort. They're playing in all these other tournaments, getting ready for the league and, you know, psyching themselves up. This is what it means to be pro-am, right? I'm not saying pro. We're a pro-am league leading on to professionalism and trying to build the stability within the Paladin scene. So, pro-am, this is what it takes. And, yeah, can NeverBurn beat Eden? Possibly. Will it be Eden NeverBurn in the finals?
Well, funny you should say that, Jay, because in our recently announced schedule, guess who's playing in the very first game of MLL?
What, NeverBurn
It's NeverBurn versus Eden. That is game 1 in the very first week.
Wow. Wow, actually, so we've got... Let's just hover over that for a second. I need to... Just cut off TJ there for a second. Sorry. I was.
It's all right.
I'm trying to. Who is actually playing? I'm trying to look at the schedule. If I look at the schedule, it's there. If I could find it. Oh my word! What a week 1. Eden versus NeverBurn, match 1. Like, there's the first set is that. Then we go on to freaking Carrot Judgment versus Nova 8, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Nova 8's logo.
Yeah. Then that's the German versus the French. It's going to be awesome. Then we've got one of the matchups. This is something we haven't really talked about, but we're going to do a schedule. We're going to do a week 1 schedule breakdown in one of the videos. That'll be coming out tonight. Don't worry, guys. You're going to like it. But then we've got Essential versus ID. Then we've got the big one, Ico versus Brawl Fisher. So, yeah, you are right. This is going to be insane. What a week 1. So, final thoughts. NeverBurn. Go.
A team that strong players that got together and create immediate results. And I think it's going to be a team that, as the league goes on, they're going to start warming up. I do think, however, the first game is going to be their first step. Like, if they can beat Eden, then I think the confidence boost you get from that and the lift, they're just going to go.
Yeah, there's going to be momentum. They're going to have
unstoppable momentum.
Yeah, momentum.
Yeah.
Morale
However,
boost.
if
It's gonna be
Eden,
amazing.
if Eden do what Eden do best and just be this team that both me and Jay think damn, these are favourites to win it, then it's going to be interesting to see how NeverBurn pick themselves up after it going into week 2 and week 3.
Yeah.
Could they win the whole thing? They could, but it's going to be difficult. I'm going to make sure I say that sentence correct. It is going to be difficult.
I'm the same, right? For my final thoughts, I'm going to say NeverBurn. They will make playoffs. They will 100% make playoffs. Will they be a top 2 team? That is incredibly hard to judge. I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to say no. Maybe. Right, guys, that has been the breakdown for NeverBurn. Again, thank you so much for all the support for this series, and of course all the freaking new subscribers. We started with like 30 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Now it's all the way past 100. We're almost reaching 200 already. You guys are freaking amazing. The support you guys are showing us, all the likes and comments and everything like that. Again, the subs. Thank you for supporting this series. Thank you for supporting MLL. Really pumping out production for MLL. As you can see, there's so much going on. There's work being done everywhere. The website, people coming on, and everybody wanting to be a part of it. This is what we built MLL for, bringing the community together, and you guys as a whole are fantastic. Thank you ever so much. Again, like, favorite, subscribe, leave a comment below, turn the post notifications on, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.